I decided to do number 3, talking about the videos that I saw about sex trafficking. Um, for me, what changes, or what did I notice? What I noticed was that a lot of females in these videos felt remorse for what they did, felt remorse for what's happened to them, saddened about what happened to them, but also at the same time, for me, nothing, a little bit changed, but not a lot. I mean, these women still made the decision to do this. They still made the decision to do these things, and that doesn't change the consequences for what happened. But on the other end of that, I do feel that these women have been put in a situation that they can't get out of, and that they need help. You saw that girl from Brooklyn who was talking about how she was in Times Square and getting beat just in front of all these people, and nobody was doing anything about it. Because perhaps they thought she was a prostitute, or because they knew she was a prostitute. I don't know the answer to that, but that was my thinking of why they didn't do that. And that's terrible that people would allow that to happen to anybody, whether she is doing that or not. So for me, a little bit changed, but not very much. I still feel like everybody has a decision in life, and you can make the best of what you have in front of you. Even if you think you're in the worst spot in the world, you can get out of that situation if you push yourself and do the right thing for yourself. How do these complicate or contradict the readings? I feel like these are complement or contradict the readings. I feel like these, like I said before, both ways, it complements and contradicts the readings a little bit, because I do see, these women are put in a situation that they want to get out of, and these women are seen as sex objects, and which they shouldn't be. They should be seen as human beings and not sex objects. But then on top of that, they are selling themselves, which is wrong. They should not be doing that. This is something that has been going on, and it goes on and around us today, and it's going to go on for forever. Specifically looking at the article, negotiation power. Looked up a little bit more about this too, just to get a better understanding of power negotiation. And this kind of shows up. This would show up, for example, in what these women are going through on a daily basis. These women have to negotiate, and they have to try to get themselves in the best position to get out of these situations, or vice versa. The men who are doing this to them, or whoever's putting them through this, have to negotiate with the people to get what they want, which is money for these women, which is prostitution. And it puts the women in a situation of where they don't have power, or where their pimps, or their the people who have sold them, the people who are controlling them, have the power. These women, and to be honest, I guarantee men are out there, being sold as well, and we just don't hear about it more, because there you go again. There's just another stereotype that happens on a daily basis that we don't even know about. Men are being sold as well, and this is something that's wrong in our society today and needs to change. One thing I did notice, though, that I wanted to kind of elaborate a little bit, was how young they were. Especially in the second video that I watched, there was a lot of young women, a lot of women who are still, learning about their bodies, who are still deciding what they want to do with their lives. And they're put in these situations because, their mother sold them, their mother gave them away, their father sold them, gave them away, whatever happened. They're put in these situations, and they feel like this is their life, this is what it's going to be. And something I feel that plays a major role in what happens in these situations is how they're 13, 12 when they start. That's when your hormones are going. That's when you're learning about yourself. And we all know when you were 13, 12, all you thought about was, the girl next door, the guy next door. Or the girl and guy that you liked. You had those crushes, and I feel like they're put at a young age because people know that they're vulnerable, because they are starting to learn about this stuff. They're starting to get into this, and so then they push them into it faster, and this just starts the trend, and then they tell somebody, and then they tell somebody, and then they push somebody into it, and it's just something that needs to change in our society today. And I really liked this piece because it opened up a lot of different windows. I mean, I just saw prostitutes and women like that as women who just didn't really care about their bodies and just wanted to kind of give themselves away. But then you see some women are just being pushed into this, and they have to do this because if they don't, they'll be killed or, you know, hurt, and that's wrong. And it was a good reading overall. Thank you.